Hello all, Jamie Rogers here for Craftmania today, giving you some last minute inspiration for your Christmas cards. Now, I know it's chucking through November as we're going and time is running away with us. Christmas is just around the corner and we may need a little bit of last minute inspiration. So here at Craftmania, we've put together a few little videos to give you a few ideas. Now, I've got a few cards laid out here that we're going to give you a little scan over to give you some inspiration of what's coming up on future videos throughout November. Some of these will be featuring, some may not, but it will be giving you a couple of ideas of what you could be creating without paper cuts edges, which is what we'll be looking at in this video. All of the products that we are going to be showing you today will be available on our website in their own little section. When you head on to the craftmaniacrafts.com website, you'll notice across the top there are all different drop-down menus showing you all of our products. We've now got about just under 8,000, I think we're at currently, products on the website that you can go and have a look at. So I thought it would be easier if we put it all into one little section for you, everything from these videos. So when you look at the homepage, you'll find lots of drop down boxes. There's one called As Seen on TV. If you give that a click, a menu will drop down and it's all in month order, and that order is actually showing you all the different Creative Expressions TV shows that there have been. So we've popped this in with that lot. I know it's not technically TV, but we're trying to keep it easy for you and us. So if you do have a little look, it will say November-YouTube-last minute Christmas ideas, and everything from this video and all of our other last minute videos will be in that section. So the card we're going to be demoing for you today is this one. It's a nice, quick and simple card, and it's showing you our lovely snowman paper cuts die and our white Christmas paper cuts die, showing you how you can use these together for the outside of your card as your focal point, also the inside of your card, just so you can use two different designs on one card if you wish to. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our vertical edges, and I'm actually going to cut for you the Father Christmas one. So our snowman is about the same sort of size, but obviously of a snowman. This is our lovely Father Christmas one, which is actually one of this year's releases. And we're going to use an A5 cutting machine for this, because I know a lot of you have A5 cutting machines. And although we're working on what is in theory an A5 card, meaning it's A4 in size, I'm going to show you a way that we can use our dies in an A5 platform on an A4 card. So we're going to take our die, we're going to pop it on the inside of the card, and we're going to do this so that Father Christmas is facing towards the spine of the card. So the die is going to cut that way for us. We're then going to close our card in half. Now, if you do have an A4 machine, obviously just leave your card open and send it through, and it will save any marks going onto this side panel. Because we're using an A5 machine, we are going to have an indentation here of Father Christmas. But I'm not worried about that, because we're going to be covering that with a piece of card when we come to actually create the card. So we're going to close that up, we're going to pop that down on our magnetic plate, and we're going to pop on top our cutting plate, and we're going to send it through our nifty machine. Now, you may have heard me mention this on our previous videos if you've been able to see any of these. We did actually do an introduction to our new tool collection video that you'll find on YouTube as well. This is one of our new tools. This is our A5 cutting machine. It's actually on offer as well. It should be $79.99, but it's reduced to $67.99, including free U.K P&P. So if you are in the market for a new machine, especially with Christmas coming up, I would highly recommend you check out the tools video and see this one in action, where we tell you more about the plates and everything you can do with it. So we'll pop our cutting plate out of the way for now, and we'll bring our card out, and then we can take off our die cut, which has been taped in place. So we'll just remove the tape. I'm not worried if it rips at this stage, because we're actually going to cut that bit away. We're going to take that one off there as well. Oh, come off. I love tape and I hate tape, all in the same breath. Now, obviously, we've cut him so he's on the inside of our card, which is not where we want him. We want him to come out on a fold. So I'm going to show you this very quickly with a pair of scissors. But if I was doing this properly for a card, I would take a rule and I would take a pencil and I would work out where I want that to be by a part on my ruler, and I would draw a little box going around it on all three sides. We actually ought to do it properly, shouldn't we really? So draw our little box going roughly around here. We'll do exactly the same coming across that side too, from the extension blade down to where we need to be. Now, I would cut that with a knife if I was actually going to be using this card, but for speed we'll do it with a pair of scissors. And we're literally just going to cut this piece away. Now, this is how you can form your edges into apertures. And it doesn't matter if you're using one of the vertical ones like I am, or one of the lovely horizontal words. Now, of course, this isn't going to be too precise, but it's all about the ideas. So we can take that panel away and we now have him cut on the edge. So what we can then do is bring over our card as it should be and then fold this panel back on itself, and we have ourselves a double fold card with an edger, which is just a really fun way to use your dies. Now, as I mentioned earlier, he has been embossed on the inside of the card because we did this in an A5 machine. There is also a marking on the back here, but when we come to make our actual card, we're going to cover them up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it does mean that he's going to stand there proud on the side of your card, give you a really nice effect. Now, obviously, we're talking about Christmas at the moment, but paper cuts do these style of edges in fairies, flowers, words. There's a whole host of them you can find on the Craftmania website. So do go check them out if you like that technique. You could be doing this with all sorts all throughout the year. So we're going to jump ahead a little, and I have a snowman here I've already cut. So same idea again, cut out the block and then we can fold him back. I won't do it again because you've just seen it being done once. Here's one I've already done earlier. So we can literally fold that back and we have our lovely snowman. Now, if you're a bit dodgy with your cutting, I'm not always the best if I do it with a knife. Lines of pearls are your saviour. We do a lovely brand of pearl lines that you can stick over the top here. They're really inexpensive. You get an awful lot in the packet, but you can literally just put a line, even if you do it around both sides, if your line is really dodgy, that will cover them up. Nobody needs to know that that's there. On the inside of our card, I'm going to take a piece of our vanilla pearl cardstock. This is one of our foundation cards. Again, you'll find it on the same section on the website, and we're going to glue this into place. Now, I'm using here some Cosmic Shimmer glue, which I absolutely love. It's our dries clear glue, and I keep going on about this in all of our videos, so apologies if you've seen it on multiple videos already, but they have just changed the lid to these, and we now have an ultra fine nozzle and a little clear lid. And just quickly, I'll tell you why I'm really chuffed with this. The actual lid makes a really good base, so if you want to stand it on your desk, I've actually glued this to my work desk. The glue is then always at the tip, so when you take the bottle out, it's always ready to use. Inside the lid, we have this little area, which means that your nozzle will stay perfectly in there, and it will prevent the glue from drying in the nozzle, so you don't have to keep trying to clear it out. I'm absolutely in love with these, and these are on offer as well on the website. I believe they're only £7.64, so they're really not expensive and incredibly good value glue. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to pop across the top here a lovely border element. So this is our holly border. Now, you could use your sticky specs for these. We did upload a video the other day showing you how lovely sticky specs are to work with. So if you haven't seen them, do go have a little look. But for this one, we're just going to use our Cosmic Shimmer glue, and we're going to pop it through our hand. And the reason I'm doing that is simply, if I'm being honest, I forgot to bring my sticky specs into the room. And then we're going to pop on top lovely holly border. Now, this one's actually really nice as well, because I've spoke about this previously on another video that you may or may not have seen yet, but it really is nice to join up. So if you want to do scrapbook pages, wrap these around the edges of your candles or your crackers or anything like that, you can just keep going with it and building them up. You can even stick them like that, so you've got a double effect if you want to. Just a really pretty border. It also comes with little dies that go on behind the holly leaves, so if you want to put a different colour behind them, and it's got a little die to do the berries as well. For this one, I've actually used some pearls on the top of it, but the choice is yours. Then down on the inside here, we're going to use our white Christmas die cut. Now, I love this one because you can play around a lot with the angles it's on if you want the sleigh to look like it's going down the hill. You can also cut the sleigh off really easily and the snowman and use them as separate elements, which gives you more value for money. Or you can use it as it is and just pop this on. So we're just going to pop this on with it again with a bit more of our Cosmic Shimmer glue. So big bold glue across the bottom there, and a bit more on the hand to go across the top. Now, if you don't like putting glue on your hand, obviously you can use your cutting mat or a tile for that if you prefer. Don't feel you have to be like me. Quite a messy crafter, truth be known, so I'm quite happy to get in there with my glue. We're then going to pop that going just across the base there of our card. I'm going to push that down to keep that in place nicely. And then we're going to bring in our twinkles. So this is our polar white twinkles. This again is on offer on the website at the moment. It's just a really good quality glitter glue. So what I'm going to do with it is a Cosmic Shimmer product, and you really do get good results with their products. You know, obviously I am a complete ambassador for Cosmic Shimmer and I love their products, but there's a reason why I love them. It's because of the quality that you get with them and the value for money. These are big old bottles. This is a 30 ml bottle, so incredible value for money that way too. Also really good if you want to just do some dots of snow. So we're going to do lots of dots of snow for our insert, working on the theory that we would write our message on the back of this card. We don't want them to be too uniformed. And obviously if you was doing this at home, you could take a bit more time, but it's a nice way to connect what's at the top of our card to what's at the bottom of our card really quickly and easily. And this nice ultra fine nozzle on this bottle does make this quite easy to do, even quickly like I'm doing if you want it to. You can also write with these or draw with them. So we're going to go across and we're going to bring in that line there to complete our snow going across there. We can also go in and make his bobble or her bobble on their hat. We could also go in and do the same with our little snowman if we want to. So fill in as much or as little as you wish to, but it's just going to go really nicely, give you that sparkle. Works really well with the vanilla behind it as well from our pearl card. Now going back out to the front of our card here, I thought we could add a few more details. So I've taken a strip of vanilla cardstock and a strip of bright white, and we're going to pop that on here just as a decoration going down the side there, and then we're going to bring in a few flowers. Now the flowers we're working with for this one, this is our cut and lift poinsettia die. Now if you've watched any of my videos recently, you'll know I keep going on about this. This is one of my favourite sets. There's two different sets of poinsettia cut and lift, and they've both been discontinued. We may have already run out of it by the time this video is published, but if we haven't and you can get hold of them, do pop on the website and get these. Not only when we run out can we get no more, Creative Expressions have actually discontinued it. They've got a few of each design left in stock at the time of filming this. We will be ordering more if we need to, but when they've run out and we've run out, there is no more. So please do get hold of this if you like the look of it. One of the bits I really like too, and I haven't done it for this card, but I'm going to show you, is not only can you have it as a cut and lift design, you'd spend a bit more time doing this if you was at home, and do it a little bit neater, but you can literally go around and cut off all of the stem parts of it, so you can have it just as an ordinary poinsettia as well. So value for money wise, you're getting them two effects out of one set of dies, which I think is really lovely. Or if you want to, you can keep the cut and lift effect, you can cut one out, and then you can pop that on top there to give it even more depth or design. You do get more dies than just the one in the packet, so do check out the packaging on the website to see more about them. On this one, I've kept both as cut and lift, so two different sizes, and I've just stacked them together. We're going to add a bit of Cosmic Shimmer glue onto the back of this and stick this on the bottom corner of the card. We're then going to bring this one up into life again as well, because they do get a bit flat packed in my packs, to be honest with you, so I'll give that a bit more life. Pop a bit more glue on the reverse of this, and we'll stick this one up in the top corner. And then also in with this flower, we also receive these lovely little branch pieces, and we're going to bring these in. So these have been cut out of the vanilla so that we can bring in the vanilla colouring from the inside of the card to the outside. I try and match my colours up in 3 places. You've possibly heard me talk about this before, but I find if you can put a colour of a card, even on a white on white tone like this, or you know, your light shades, even if you can bring them in 2 or 3 times, it's a really nice idea. So obviously the colour for our flowers and our bar matches our white Christmas in here, so 1, 2, 3. And then with our vanilla, we've got it in 1 place, 2 with our leaves, and 3 with our bar. So it just balances it out to me and means that you've got enough reason to have them tones in place. Sometimes I find if there's only if you only see it in 1 place on a card, it's a bit like, well, where's that come from? Why is that there? Where did that shade come in? Especially with brighter colours. So not so much on tone like this necessarily, but if you bring in a really bright colour from nowhere, I sometimes wonder why. Where did that come from? What's that doing there? Obviously it's personal choice, and I don't always follow this rule myself, but it is something that I do like to give out as a bit of a tip sometimes for people if they're new to card making or struggling to pick their colours and their layers. That might help you slightly in your planning. I find it helps me, but see how you get on. Then we'll pop that one in over the top there. And then I might want to add in a couple more pearls. And obviously my glitter glue is still wet, my twinkles is still wet, but it shows you how quickly you could bring together a card with just a few die cuts. So if you are looking to make some special cards for your loved ones this year, or maybe some batch cards, or maybe if you're selling them online this year, and a lot of you are joining online selling groups for your Christmas cards, this might be a really good way that you could make some quite quick and simple cards. I'll stand up the original as well, just so you can see the couple of pearls added in places on that one too, but it might hopefully give you a few ideas. Now, at the moment, during November at Craftmania, we're also running a bit of an offer whereby if you spend over £10 on the website, you're going to receive a free die. The dies are worth £8.99 each. Our current one at time of filming is this lovely birthday cake, but to be honest, by the time this has been launched, this may well have already sold out or run out, and we will have moved on to another design. They will keep changing throughout November, and if you've already qualified to receive one of the dies earlier on in the month, and then another one pops up, you're more than welcome to spend another £10 and receive that as your free die. It's limited to one per household of each design, because we don't want you doubling up and ending up with hundreds of them. And it's nice to share it about and give our freebies out to as many people as we can. But if you wish to collect each one, that's not a problem. So just send your orders in, no need for comments, no need to message us, no need for coupons. Just literally send your order in, and if it's over £10, we'll pop the current die in your order if you qualify for it. And to see which die we're currently giving away, when you go onto the homepage of our Craftmania website, it will be in a big box on the front page there, so you can see which one we're currently offering as your free item. So do make sure you get hold of that. Now, as I said earlier, all of the items that we've had a little look at on this video are all available on our craftmaniacrafts.com website, and you'll find them all in the section marked as November YouTube last minute Christmas ideas. If you've got any questions at all, don't hesitate to give me a bell. You can always drop that question in the comments here. You can, of course, talk to us on the phone lines as well. If you wish to get order by phone, or if you wish to ask us any questions, you can do that on 01493 843 666. And our phone lines are open from 9 AM to 7 PM every single day. So don't hesitate to get your questions in that way as well. As I said, you can also order that way too. So if you don't like ordering online, you can order via the phone. And lastly, just a little mention about postage. If you spend over £5, your P&P is completely free in the UK. If you do live internationally, we cap your postage at just £10, meaning that we will send any parcel anywhere in the world, and the most you will pay is £10. If we can find your postage cheaper than £10, we'll actually refund the difference for you. If it costs more than £10 here at Craftmania, we will actually pay that for you. So the most you will pay is £10. In honesty, the average parcel costs about £24 and takes roughly 2 weeks to reach you, just to give you a bit of an idea. But you can read more about all of that on our website in the T's and C's, if I remember rightly. Any questions, once again, please don't hesitate to ask us. Hope you've enjoyed today's video, and do look out for more of our last minute Christmas inspirational videos that will be coming your way shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.